All right, guys, so we got to talk about R&B or pop star Doja Cat. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Doja Cat. Maybe a lot of you guys are. But Doja Cat is a pop/R&B star that said something at her concert recently that people are finding to be controversial, in which she told her white fans, or warned them really, to watch their mouths and do not say the N-word. Now, she did this before the chorus of her song, N-words ain't ish, right? So I want you guys to understand. This woman, who's also half white, by the way, right? Let's not forget about that. She's half white. She tells her white fans who paid tickets to come and see her sing her lyrics, that they can't say the N-word, that they need to watch their mouths about saying the N-word. So let's actually play the clip here. And again, remember, the chorus is N-words ain't ish. Yeah, so apparently if you're white and you paid, what, hundreds of dollars to go to this concert, right? You paid good money to be her customer, to be her fan. Apparently you're not allowed to say the N-word. You can't really even sing the chorus of the song because you're white. Again, somebody make it make sense, right? Somebody make it make sense. Why even put the N-word in the song in the first place, okay? Here's the thing. I am waiting until one of these people figure out that they can make a whole lot of money by just allowing white people to say the N-word. I think the only rapper that figured that out was DMX, okay, who he let everybody say the N-word. He really didn't give a damn.
Hey, baby. Come on, my nigga. Some niggas that you don't want to try. Some niggas just really do or die. But Hydrogen was ready to cry.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that, okay? Absolute genius, right? Absolutely genius from DMX, okay? He really was ahead of his time, right? With just not giving a damn and just, you know what? If I'm going to put the N-word in the song, if I'm going to put the lyrics in the song, I might as well let the paying customers, the paying fans say the word. Otherwise, take it out of the song, right? I don't want to hear people complaining about people singing lyrics to a song that they wrote, right? Like, you wrote the song for people to sing along to at a concert, right? That's the whole point of going to a concert, is for you to enjoy the music and to sing along, and then for you to warn fans and tell them, hey, you can't say the word if you're white. Again, it's ridiculous. It's crazy to me, bro. I really don't understand these people. I really don't, especially Doja Cat, because Doja Cat, again, she's probably one of these types, and this is kind of how it goes with light-skinned people, right? That, you know, they're insecure about their blackness, because the woke revolutionaries, unfortunately, have given them a hard time about their blackness. And Doja Cat is one of these individuals, because she's faced backlash before in the past for essentially having white friends, right? So again, I think that is part of kind of what's going on here. I'm not entirely sure. But what I do know is that reading this comment section, okay, that probably is the case, because the woke revolutionaries are responding saying, oh, now she's black. Doja, we don't forget that chat room-ish, which I guess is referring to some conversation where she made racial remarks, right, about black people, whatever. She's only black when it's beneficial to her, because her actions plus words say she picked her otherwise, okay? Selective blackness at an all-time high. It's the mixed messages for me. So y'all gonna act like she wasn't on the white power video chat talking about black people. All right. Oh, man. Some people are defending her blackness. They say she's black, though, regardless of what y'all say. Don't matter what she said wrong before she said this right. She needs to watch her mouth, actually. She's only half black and doesn't even date black men, but always say N-word. Doja, what N-word? You date whites. She only black when she wants to say the word. Not the same girl who was online entertaining white supremacists. I mean, I agree with what she said on stage, but given her history, feels forced. Yeah, so even when you're out here trying to appeal to the wokes, you still don't get any credit, okay? Especially if you're half white and you have white friends, which is basically what they're criticizing Doja Cat for, and some other controversial things that she said on a online chat. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you try to appeal to them. It doesn't matter, you know, what type of woke virtue signal that you do, because that's what that was to me. It was a woke virtue signal, right? It was her basically trying to make up for the fact that she gets questioned on her blackness. Okay, this is something that we see all the time. People like Colin Kaepernick, for example, is one of these individuals. Him being probably what, half black or whatever, half white, being raised by a white family. He basically is trying to prove how black he is to people who have probably questioned his blackness because he's light-skinned. Again, this happens so much with light-skinned people, okay? That's why a lot of these leaders in some of these woke movements are always like half white, half black. They're always light-skinned because they are always having their blackness questioned. So they feel like they have to go out of their way to compensate for the fact that they're half white, right? It's pretty silly stuff, okay? It really is. But what you saw there in the comment section is basically racism, okay? People basically saying that she's not black, or that, you know, she only has selective blackness. Again, it's just kind of crazy to me. But what's even crazier is this censorship of the N-word, right? It's pretty, you know, ridiculous to me, in my opinion. Okay, I think that you should either have none of it or all of it, right? This is basically my stance on a vast majority of some of these issues, especially when it comes to issues of free speech. Again, you either have all of it or you have none of it, okay? If society has decided that the N-word is so bad that white people can't say it, or anybody that's not black can't say it, which, by the way, I mean, there are Latinos that say it, Asians that say it. It basically seems like only white people can't say the word, right? That's kind of what it seems like to me. Yeah, that to me is kind of crazy, right? You can't have that, because if it's so bad that white people can't say it, then nobody should be able to say it, right? Because the word in and of itself is bad, especially when you're saying that N-words ain't ish, right? How am I supposed to interpret that, right? How am I supposed to interpret that? Okay, you're saying N-words ain't ish. Isn't that by definition like a bad thing to say, right? If you're saying that the N-word is a derogatory term for black people, right? So you say N-words ain't ish, aren't you automatically saying that black people ain't ish, right? I'm just saying, if that's the way you want to interpret it. Now, I know the actual real interpretation of that, right? N-words ain't ish. What she's actually really talking about is just men, right? Men in general, okay? She's basically using the N-word. She's making it synonymous with men, okay? And that happens quite a bit with the N-word, right? The N-word becomes synonymous with a lot of other terms outside of just black people. It's not just used in a derogatory way. Sometimes it's used as a term of endearment. I would actually argue most of the time is used as a term or endearment, or like maybe a filler word. And this is why I think that, you know, I'm on the side of free speech. I think everybody should be able to use it, right? I really do. I've argued this before, and I will continue to argue it when it comes to the N-word. Everybody should be able to use it, right? It's just a word, okay? And it's become so ingrained in our pop culture. I don't understand how in the world we have a society where we have these type of awkward moments where only one group of people can openly say it, and nobody, you know, starts pearl clutching. And then when another group of people say it, people start, you know, pearl clutching and, you know, crying racism and bigotry. And it doesn't make sense, right? When the context of the word, again, it can be derogatory or it can be a term of endearment. I just don't really understand it. I really don't get the censorship. But again, I'm just saying, if I was a fan there, right, and I was white, I'd be pissed, right? You're not going to make me pay hundreds of dollars to come to a concert and I can't even sing a song because you want to be woke, right? You want a virtue signal for black folks who are never going to think that you're black enough. It really blows my mind. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.